So this is the 2020 JAC Refine S7. I want to thank again to JR Owagobales for letting me review his now new daily car. And first impression when we saw it a week ago with Osh, I was very impressed on how this looks, especially this grille. It looks imposing but very nice look indeed. So side profile looks like a crossover, conventional, but if you look at the rear, very Audi-esque. Looks like a Q5 or Q7. Very nice looking, and oh dear, but anyway, that's fine. So this used to be the official test unit of JAC Motors Alabang, and it's been used quite a lot. So is this underrated? We will find out. So you have your LED lights here, same with the DRLs, and then your fog lamps are halogen only. So with that, it's a simple, nice looking crossover. I would say it's striking to look at because this is the second time I've only seen a JAC. Now let's go to the interior. So this is the interior of the JAC Refine S7. And very weird first impression. I will turn on the aircon because it's so hot. The start button is not here on the right nor the left. It's here on the center console. So here you have your usual digital display, your tachometer, your speedometer. So first impressions of interior, me and Osh were very impressed. So yeah, mixed with squidge material here on the door. Actually just very few plastics like on the bottom of the door. So this is only plastic where your cubby space and your bottle holder should be. Same with the other side. And also very nice looking door handle here. I'm very impressed. Original top, JR said. But look at this. Doesn't that look like a Mercedes to you? I've ridden a GLA. I can confirm this looks very much like a Mercedes interior. It's not even gloss black, it's pure leather. And very cool, there's even a JAC clock. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm just saying JAC for a bit more formal. But I know it's JAC pala. So I will just stick with JAC, if you don't mind. Also they have fake carbon fiber here and here. I think JR will remove that. Also your steering wheel, flat bottom steering wheel with an S7 logo. S7 don't exist, man. Also you have your cruise control here on the left, your volume controls on the right for your phone functions, and the infotainment. Okay, there's just a bit of a delay, but I would say it's not bad. It's smooth enough. Also the EasyCon, we demoed this along with Osh and JR last week. I would say it's quite annoying because when he connected his phone, this is just a screen mirroring unit by the way. It was only in portrait, it could never be in landscape. So that was one big drawback only from JS experience so far, okay? But everything else here, I would say, it's alright. So check my car. We have Tpms here with even tire temperature, similar with Cherries. You can even adjust the height of the tailgate if you want. Vehicle settings. Yeah, there are a lot more settings you can do with the car. I'm not gonna play with it anymore. This is not my car. So I would say the infotainment, so it's alright. Then here in the center console, yeah, they still have the fake carbon fiber trimming, but nice gear lever, I would say. Silver lining with plastic. Most of the climate controls are physical here in the middle. Okay, it's not here than where the usual it should be, but it's not bad, I would say. You have two 12-volt sockets here, a USB port. Your engine start stop, as I said, very weird place, but it's fine. Your electronic parking brake, your auto hold function. Also very weird. In drive mode, you have manual mode, but in sport mode, there is no manual mode. Anyway, I can't wait to test that out as well. So glove box, how do you even open? So there's a small button here on the left. Okay, decent. So here in the center glove box. Okay, that's massive. Okay, look, that's massive. Also nice seats, I would say. I already sat in this once last week. Very nice bolstering around here. Not bad even though if you're skinny. Also nice, very nice material. So up here you have your sunglasses holder, your light switches here, more of them. Your panoramic sunroof. That is so cool. Takes a while, but you can put it half only or full. Okay, that is not bad. Okay, it's a little bit squeaky, but JR will have this fixed, don't worry. I will put that on for better lighting. And also, I knew this already last week. The sun visor has a mirror on the passenger side. Same with the driver side. It does not extend. There's a ticket clip by the way. It does not extend, but there are clips. Okay, that's alright for me. Oh yeah, also you have your 360-degree camera, your electronic tailgate button, your adjustments for the lights here. And also, try the reverse camera. Okay, not the best, not the worst. At least there is. The 360-degree camera is actually alright. The reverse, so-so. But that's enough for me. So with that, I'll show you the second row. So here in the second row of the JAC Refine S7, that is my driving position by the way. Leg room, look at that. Feet room and headroom. Holy moly, that's a lot. Headroom is just alright, but I'm very impressed with the leg and feet room. So more stuff here in the back. Seat pockets on either side. The Mercedes style air conditioning vents with one USB port only. And one, yeah, that's just a blank. I thought it was a 12-volt socket. It's not. So same mixed material here. The squeegee material, the plastic, so on. I really like this design of the door handle. Very impressive. Also I have a smaller cabby space now and a bottle holder. Same on either side. And there are 5 speakers also of this JAC S7 with 2 tweeters. I've heard it. Sounds really nice. And also the panoramic roof stretches all the way here. This is really nice to be here in the back. And here in the middle, one central armrest with 2 cup holders with little flipsy thingies. At least there's the grip. So not bad. So if I sit here in the middle, transmission tunnels only minimal, like that much. So it's up a bit of headspace because of the sunroof, but not bad at all. And I didn't even know this. I will show you the third row. Yes, this is a 3-seater crossover SUV. So this is how you go to the third row. Move that away. You pull this. You can fold this all the way down. Anyway, it's so hard. I don't know how to operate this. Anyway, but they go forward and backward, so don't worry about it. So here in the third row of the JAC Refine S7, feet room is horrible. Yep, that's all the way under already. But I would say leg room and headroom is actually just alright for me. I'm 5'4", just enough for me. You can also fold the third row if you want from here. This applies also to the other side. There's weird, I don't know what's that for. A cup holder and a cubby space on either side as well. There are grocery hooks here. A seatbelt holder when you fold this down. So actually not bad here in the third row, I must say. Yeah, the feet room is a problem, but if you just move it slightly forward like this one, it's actually alright. Quite a hot here in the third row, just being honest, but I just started the car in here. So if you sit here in the middle, it's kind of hard to sit in, but it's enough. Look, you can fit 2 more people if you want. So that's not bad at all, I would say. Oh yeah, so you have lights here on either side. So, and a 12-volt socket. I will definitely miss that. There's another seat belt holder here. So that's a bit with the third row, and I will show you the boot space. So with all the seats up, this is probably around what 100 liters only. Very small, unlike the other competition from the Chinese manufacturers like the Geely and the Cherry Tiggo 8. I would say this is one of the smallest in class with the third row up. So if you fold the third row from here, so mistake, sorry, this is actually for your second row. But I will not demo it because we're pressed for time. So with all of these seats down, still pretty generous for a crossover this size. So with that, I will show you the engine. May brochure ako nito. So this is the engine of the JAC Refine S7. It's a 1.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with 177 horsepower and 250 Newton meters of torque, mated to a 6-speed wet dual clutch transmission. I can't wait how this thing drives, and also you have the more plastics, like same with the Maxus, I must say, to absorb the heat, whatever, so from the engine to keep the cabin as cool as possible. So with that, let's go for a drive. Ow, ow, ow! So driving the JAC Refine S7, I must say, I'm very impressed, even though this is like a 2019-2020 model. It's already been phased out in the Philippines, but second-hand ones, if you see one for sale, just get them right away, please. It's so good. And driving it around first before filming, I would say the suspension is firm, yes, but it's no means an uncomfortable car. There's body limb, but I would say the firm suspension, it gives a composed ride in the corners. And it's very stable ride as well. Against the competition, if this competes with the Maxus D60 Elite, I think it does because 7-seater. I would say it has very good steering feel along with that car. And yeah, you can see the bumps are noticeable, but it's not too bad, I must say. So being a wet dual clutch and being a dual clutch in general, it's not jerky at all. I would say it's also a very powerful engine. So I will floor it right now in sport mode. Oh my god, the speed limit. Wow! Okay, sport mode is better, yes. It's much more faster to respond. So if I put in D mode, there, now it hesitates. Manual mode, it ain't bad. It's responsive enough, but I'll just leave in automatic or sport mode. But this is not my car, don't want to play around too much. But I would say this is a peppy car to drive. Yes, it's not as fast as the Geely Okavango, no chance. But against the Maxus D60, this is pretty close, I would say. And yeah, driving around here only in San Juan, Green Hills, the steering is so good. There's a nice feel. It's not the lightest, but very familiar with that Maxus D60. So body lean, not that much, as I said. Responsive transmission. Even though this is a 6-speed, like of course all the competition now is around like 7 speeds. This one ain't bad at all. So now in D mode, there is slight hesitation only from the throttle. I don't think there's turbo lag at all. This JAC exceeded all of my expectations. I didn't expect, I had no clue what this brand was in the first place, but right now, should you consider this from the other Chinese opposition? Yes, I would. Yeah, NVH, okay, that's a bit of a talking point. I won't say it's the best of the competition, but it's good enough, I would say. And also brakes are pretty good as well. It's quite a long travel, but still the brakes are strong in general. So also driving around with the 360 camera on and so forth, the sensors, when you turn left, I didn't know they will activate. So at some point, then around 20 kph, they will turn off. So yeah, even though they're not the best camera systems around, but at least it's still nice to have. Visibility, I would say, is actually also excellent. Just, I noticed from my perspective only. So the side mirrors are quite big. So it does eat up a lot of space. The visibility there in the back though is alright. It's like your typical crossover. I'm just intrigued that these side mirrors are quite big. That's something I noticed. Holy. This is pretty impressive. Not as fast as the Okavango, as I said, but not too bad at all. So also driving this around the city, it's easy to drive around in tight maneuvers, tight spot. Came from a parking lot, it was so easy to drive. And also fuel consumption reading is reading 15.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Mixed driving conditions with highway and city driving, because JR just came from wherever, what province. He travels a lot, by the way. For this car of size and the engine, the performance, I would say that's a pretty decent number. Sport mode again. There's jeez. There's no hint of tire spin whatever. Like the Maxus will not try to spin its tires. Unlike that Geely Okavango, it will try to skid its tires most of the time. So this and the Maxus just a bit more subtle and settled with the tires. But I would say it's still pretty fast. So yeah, this car exceeded all of my expectations. Good choice for JR for choosing a new daily. So that's all I have to say with this JC Refine S7. Super impressed with this crossover. If they're second-hand ones, as I said, get them right now. They're a steal. So hope you guys like and subscribe. Subscribe also to Car Reviews PH of JR Gobales channel. And I will see you with more future car reviews. Bye-bye. Alright, reviewed up there. I forgot. The key's still with me, what the heck? JR said he coming, oh my god. Luckily I realized he didn't go that far yet. imagine I pressed it. Ingat ka. Sasama to sa vlog mo. Ingat, ingat.